I know you're not expecting a message from me tonight, but I need to add an additional task for tomorrow's class. Dr. Clarke, an individual we have been researching and studying for quite a few months now, is finally going to have her day in court. The medical negligence trial at the Supreme Court starts tomorrow during our lecture at 10 a.m. So I'm just making sure we're organized, okay? Now, we know that to be a top litigator, preparedness is key. But the ability to spot detail that others may miss is an invaluable skill, and we need to follow the proceedings carefully and process all the details of the case. Now, the prosecution alleges that the installation of these organically dead chips have rendered their recipients, in essence, a walking dead shell of a person. Now, the case against her has been building up for quite some time now as more and more relatives of the ODs come forward. Now, we've been studying the implications posed to the European Convention on Human Rights. Has the UK violated one or more of its rights by allowing Dr. Clarke to practice? What is the long-term impact of ODs? The growing size of the population, possible loss to our health service. But for this task, you'll be shadow litigators for the defence team. Now, I'm going to split you up into four litigation teams. Team 1, led by Daniel. You'll be tasked with looking into funding for the ODs, who signed the checks, and I don't just mean the trust. I am looking for the person or persons who funded and signed off on this. Who are they? Where are they? Team 2, led by Geraldine. Do you think you can get your team to find out who has taken over Dr. Clarke's position since the GMC suspended her? Who approved the new appointee? And is the service carrying on as Dr. Clarke intended? I need to know where they studied, what are their qualifications, what warrants their new role. Group 3, led by Kiala. I'll be looking for successful OD individuals who can act as character witnesses in full support of Dr. Clarke and the benefits of life extension. Also, Kiala, should Dr. Clarke be convicted, the state will explore the options regarding access and possible termination of these chips. Tantamount to murder? Just a little future-proofing. Group 4, led by Francesca. Now, your team will be looking into the ethics of the entire hospital where Dr. Clarke worked. Are there any unethical practices that would take the attention away from her and help her case? Now, you'll all know which team you're in by reading the project guide that is attached to this video, so make sure you download that before closing this page. This is a mock exercise, but imagine that she's our real client and understand the things that are expected of us when someone's freedom is at stake. The subject of ethics in law differs from real world ethics. Now, I know that might depend on who you speak to, but I've realized that after 26 years in this game, that it's not the same. We fight for our clients regardless of what they have done. We look beyond the individual and we fight for their right to be heard. And a lot of what we are expected to do has nothing to do with morality. Morality is a flexible construct when it comes to presentation of facts in the courtroom. Research, and then research some more. Use the law and your findings to navigate you and your client to victory. That's all that matters, really. The win. Okay. I'm going to need your new findings before 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, so you can post them all as and when you find them on Padlet, okay? And I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock sharp. Right, it's done. It'll be live within the next few minutes. I'll send you the link and you can have a look for yourself as the students post the results. I told you, if the information is there, my students will find them. They are great litigators. Now that is out of order. You leave me and my husband alone, and you promised his treatment will be permanent, not subject to change. I have done what you asked. Clara, if anything happens to my husband, I swear to God, I'll call the police and I'll tell them everything.